Hey, this is Knox from AvantAlpine.com, and today we're hanging out in Victor, Idaho, checking out the Sego ski factory and how they make your skis.
How's it going?
Alex, man.
Knox, always a pleasure.
This is Alex from Sego Skis, and he's going to give us a little factory walkthrough right now and show us kind of the process here at the Sego factory.
Excellent. Well, let's cruise on in the back. So, our process really starts right here with the CNC machine. This is a key part of the process as far as cutting out our bases, profiling cores, and building molds. Without this machine, it would be a slow process to build skis, that's for sure. It's definitely an integral part. But once parts are cut out and profiled on this machine, we head on back to the sub-assembly station and start putting all the bits and pieces together. Come on back. So as you can see, Peter here, he's attaching edges to a base. So this is one of the two jobs that goes on at the sub-assembly station. Attaching edges and then also attaching the sidewall material as well as tip and tail spaces to the cores. We need to pre-build these materials so that they're ready to go when it comes time to lay everything up. What you will notice with the edge material that we choose to use is it is oversized. The teeth are really big. It's going to really make sure that the edges are going to last a long time and be super durable. The sidewall material we choose to use is a UHMW, which is ultra high molecular weight. It's a very dense plastic that is more dense than a lot of the other manufacturers out there are choosing to use, which they go for ABS. And what that denser plastic does is it means it gives us better power transfer when you roll that ski onto edge, and it also helps deal with any edge compression issues. So once all the parts are made here, we cruise on into the back and start laying up some skis. Now this is where the magic happens. So this is the press room. We've got three presses here, but all double bays. So we've got a total of 6 spaces we can make skis. The process, how this kind of works, we've got to start first thing with the cassettes. We need to get the cassettes all lubed up and ready to go so that once the skis are all put in the press and cured together, that we can get them out of the cassettes. These cassettes are specific to each ski. Depending on which model it is going to depend on which cassette it's going to get. So if you have a look at Tate here, he's prepping a pair right now, about to start laying these bad boys up.
So here at Sego, all of our skis are made with really strong poplar core, full-length poplar. We usually use 3 layers of 19-ounce fiberglass in all of our construction, 2 layers underneath, 1 layer on top with a 22-ounce binding mat in between. Gives you a little extra bite for your bindings to grab into, and on top of that you get your awesome top sheet.
What Tate's going to do here is he's going to build the ski up layer by layer, just like making a sandwich. Once all the layers are in place, he's going to put a top cassette onto the sandwich there, and then it's going to go into the press. This press generates around 75,000 pounds of pressure, coupled with a couple of heat blankets to get that temperature up to about 140 degrees. Then the skis will be in that oven there for 25 minutes, give or take, depending on which model it is. So after the ski's been in here curing for about 25 minutes, give or take, we then pull it out, and it's going to sit on this cooling rack here for 12 to 24 hours before it goes on to the next phase, as far as cutting the ski out and getting it tuned up and ready to go. Alrighty, so once the skis get into this room, they're going to look like these bad boys right here. So first things first, they're going to need to be split in half with a bandsaw. Once that happens, they're going to need to have the tips and tails cut out with a jigsaw, just to get that shape happening, and then 2 more passes per ski to remove all that excess material from the sides. What's nice about the bandsaw and the jigsaw, we use a blade that's going to be softer than the metal edges, and so that means we can really use those edges as a guide, making sure that the ski is going to be cut out in the perfect shape. Once that happens, we're going to move over to the routing station to remove some excess material and really start to put a bevel on those side walls. Between the router and the sanding machines, we're going to really remove all that excess material so the skis are ready to move on into the tuning and finishing room. Alright, now we're in the tune room. This is where all the final touches happen to the skis. Between the belt sander, the stone grinder, and the ceramic stone edging machine, we're going to really put a fantastic structure on the base and get a 1-degree base and side edge bevel. So the final step in the tuning process for us is going to be our hot wax. It's a 3-step process: applying the wax, heating it up, and then giving her a buff off. It's a process that we're very proud about. Not many other companies out there are offering that hot wax, so when you get a pair of Segos, they're going to be ready to go out of the plastic, and you don't have to worry about getting any more tuning done to them. They're going to be set. Alrighty, so let's head on over to our quality control station. This is going to be the final step on the tour. Sweet, so this is a key part of our process. This is the station where we determine whether or not this ski is good enough to go out. A very, very important part, because Sego stands behind every single pair that we put out on the wall, put out in the world. We're very proud of our the quality construction and our processes here, and so we want to make sure that when you buy a Sego ski, you know you're getting a top level, top grade ski. So some of the things that we're going to be checking for here is we're going to be looking to see if there's any irregularities in the ski. We want to make sure that it's going to be consistent the whole way along, as far as has everything bonded together, was the core aligned, are the edges attached, and really making sure that the ski is A grade, ready to go. The final step in our quality control process is putting every single pair of our skis through the turbo tunnel for that extra boost. What the turbo tunnel is going to do is that's going to be our shrink wrapper, and that shrink wrapping process is going to ensure that the wax that we put on in that hot wax station earlier is going to really retain all that wax in the base of those skis, so they are ready to go right out of the plastic when you jump on them. Well, thanks for stopping by the Sego Ski Factory. We're always stoked to share our story. As you can see here behind me, we've got the skis building up on the wall. They're ready to go in boxes, and so for the final step here, all that happens is we're going to turn and burn, get skis out on people's feet.